Hey there, so Owen and I are going to show you how to make homemade pizza sauce today. Are you ready? Are you going to do it too? You are? Okay. So anyways, I like to just have whole ingredients on hand in my house because if I buy a jar of pizza sauce, then I can't use that to make something like chili. I'm not going to use it to make spaghetti. I'm not going to use it for anything but pizza, to be quite honest. If I keep things like tomato paste and tomato sauce in my house, I can make spaghetti. I can make a thick chili. I can make pizza sauce. Just various things that I can make with that, as opposed to a jar of pizza sauce that I'm only going to use for pizza. I also keep things like different herbs and spices around, so I can make my own seasonings, and I can season my sauces or soups or whatever any way that I like. So I'm just going to show you how that's done right now. Alright, so what I have here is just a pot with 2 cans of tomato sauce and a whole can of tomato paste. And the first thing that I do usually is add my salt and pepper. And I just have a salt and pepper grinder. You can put however much salt and pepper you want in here. I like kind of a lot of pepper, so I'm going to put quite a bit in there. And then my salt. Grind a bunch up in there. Sorry if it's loud, my little man here. Get the dinosaur out of here. No dinosaurs in the kitchen, sorry. And then I use these minced onions. They're just a dried, dehydrated onion. Right here is about a tablespoon. I'm gonna put a ton of this in there. So you can get this probably at Sam's Club in bulk. I got mine from Azure Standard. I'll try to put a link in the description of this video to their website. It is a co-op for for organic foods and just things that are more healthy, and you can get that stuff in bulk through them. Get the animals out of the kitchen now. Sorry guys. So about a tablespoon and a half. I'm going to do another half tablespoon. So about 2 tablespoons of the minced onion. And you can just put however much you want in there. I don't usually even measure at all, but that's how much I think looks like a good amount. And then I'm going to put some onion powder in there too, because we really love our onions here. So I've got probably about a half a tablespoon of onion powder in there now. And then the herbs that I use are oregano. Sorry about that, I had some interruptions. So I put a tablespoon of oregano in here and it doesn't look like enough. So I'm gonna put some more in here. I'm gonna go with 2 tablespoons of oregano for this. And then I'm gonna add some basil. I really love a heavy basil flavor in my pizza sauce, so I think I'll do a tablespoon and a half of basil. Basil is a lot more strong flavored than oregano, so you don't really need as much of that as you do your oregano. And then I'm gonna put some parsley in here, and probably about a tablespoon and a half, 2 tablespoons, tablespoon and a half of parsley in there. And then I have these red pepper flakes. You don't have to put these in here. I think they add a good flavor, so I'm going to add them, and I'm just going to do a little shake. Not a lot of red pepper flakes in there. I don't want to have some super hot pizza sauce. And then I add some garlic powder. Let's see, I'm not used to measuring, y'all, so I'm kind of awkward in here with this. I'm gonna put about a tablespoon of garlic powder in here. Garlic is a strong flavored herb. You don't need a ton of that. And then the last thing, no, not the last thing, actually. This is balsamic vinegar. And it just gives the sauce a different depth. And I enjoy the flavor of this. I'm just going to put, I guess I can measure it, huh? I'm gonna put a little less than a tablespoon of this balsamic vinegar in there just to give it a little extra flavor. And I like my sauce to be on the sweet side. So I'm gonna grab some sugar. Here. And I'm gonna put, there's a tablespoon, about a tablespoon and a half of sugar in there. That's all that I'm gonna put in this. And I'm gonna give it a little stir here. You can add some grated Parmesan cheese to your sauce to give it more flavor if you want. I usually do that, but I'm not gonna do that today. So you're gonna turn this pot then on to probably medium-low. Yeah. Like on the lower side of medium heat. And just make sure it's all mixed together there. And then I put my lid on my pot because I do not want this bubbling and splattering everywhere. And you're just gonna let that heat up. And when it starts bubbling, you know, you can stir it here and there and just cook it as long, really, if you're gonna cook it low, you can cook this as long as, you know, up to an hour, really, as long as you keep stirring, don't let it stick. But that's how I make homemade pizza sauce.